Marbella with Him and Her are proud to be sponsored by the friendliest bar in San Pedro, the Hogan Stand. The place for amazing food, live music and sport, karaoke, quizzes, and a welcoming smile. Why would you want to go anywhere else? Check out their Instagram page at the Hogan Stand and at the Hogan Hackers for their golf society.
This podcast... Oh, you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ.
Sorry. Okay.
This podcast may contain burping.
I'm sorry. It snuck out.
Oh, God.
At least it came out of my mouth.
Yeah, thank God for that. Right. I can't. I literally can't. Oh, baby. This podcast may contain adult themes, burping, and strong language. And welcome to episode 98 of Marbella with Him and Her, sponsored by the Hogan Stand. He is
PJ Lopez and she is
Hannah Murray. 98.
Yes.
We're so close to 100. Do you reckon we'll make it?
Well, I hope so. What's going to happen before that?
Hopefully nothing.
There's only a few things. I might die, you might die, might be a nuclear explosion, or we might split up.
Yeah, all of those things would be a bit shit, really.
Yes, I agree.
So hopefully none of those things would happen, in which case we look forward to bringing you our 100th episode in 2 weeks' time. But until then, it's been quite the week, as always, and it started with immense tragedy, thankfully not for us, but for lots of people in Spain. Absolutely awful. Last Sunday, the 18th, is when we came back from our weekend in Ronda, which was great fun, and we recorded the podcast Sunday afternoon. But Sunday night, tragedy struck in Spain. There was a train crash in Cordoba. And as the days went on, more and more bodies were discovered and over 40 people died. And it was just horrendous. I would talk about sliding doors moments. One of our friends, Eleanor, her daughter was supposed to be on one of those trains and she ended up getting an earlier one. And it just makes you, ugh.
Yeah, and I think another friend had travelled on that train
A couple of days before. Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, this has happened to my parents. I think a week or 2 weeks before the Zeebrugge disaster, they were on that boat. So, yeah, it's, as you said, sliding doors moments. But
the Marchioness as well, the boat that sunk in the River Thames, that is the boat my mum and dad got married on.
Wow. I
mean,
mean,
there's so many weird things. But there was a story that came out a few days after that crash that absolutely broke my heart. It said that there was there was lots of families obviously on board.
I think all of them were tragedies, whatever way.
Of course. But there was this one particular family that had travelled to Madrid. A Christmas present to the family was to go and see The Lion King. So they were coming back from Madrid when this train crash happened. A 6-year-old girl survived, but her parents, her brother and sister and her auntie or something all died.
Tragic.
So this 6-year-old left on her own. I mean, we cannot even imagine.
No. What's also awful is that in the days afterwards, there was another 2 or 3 train crashes.
Yeah, there were 4 in Spain this week, which is unbelievable. I mean, this was the worst by a long way. A couple of them, there were no fatalities, but there was another one where there was a fatality. I think the driver died.
Yeah, I think both drivers died, I believe, on the other one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's something amiss with the rail service in Spain at the moment. They really need to look at I think they said it's the track that was the issue, certainly on the main one in Cordoba.
Yeah, there was a tiny gap that had just kind of got bigger and bigger, and it was flagged up as something that needed to be looked at, apparently, but wasn't.
Yeah, well, interestingly, this was my dad's job in the UK so many, many years ago. My dad died quite a few years ago, but he was in charge of that sort of a team on British Rail that would go round and ensure the maintenance and the safety of tracks. So they would have crews that go out. Basically, they walk up and down the tracks looking for things like that. They would highlight it and then that day or the following day, the welders would go there and fix those issues.
Wow, quite the responsible job.
Yeah, very much.
Gosh. So yeah, if anyone is listening that was affected by that train crash personally, then obviously our thoughts and love go out to you, because it was just awful. There were 2 interviews that I did this week, one day after the other, that were both very similar. And I'm like, is the universe trying to tell me something? I spoke to 2 women who had both stopped drinking alcohol and had written books about it. And they were both fascinating for different reasons. So on Monday, I spoke to Millie Mackintosh, who used to be in Made in Chelsea. I never really watched it myself.
No, I haven't seen it.
She's really inspirational. She's obviously got a massive following online. She does fashion now, and she's, a bit of an influencer, to say the least. And her book is called Bad Drunk. And she was fascinating, talking about the fact that, she couldn't really have 1 or 2. She'd always drink to excess. And she said she was the embarrassing one. She was the one that would fall down the stairs or trip over, just be embarrassing. And she was aware that her friends and family would be like, oh, here comes Millie, that kind of thing.
It's a funny thing, drinking, isn't it? Because when you're in the moment and you're out with friends and you're all having a good time and drinking, when you're doing it, it's very difficult for you to realise you've gone beyond a point. I mean, we've had not arguments, but you've said like you're slurring or you appear really drunk or whatever,
and you don't like it.
No, and I'll turn around and say, no, I'm not. No, because as the person drinking, you don't see it. And the same, switch that around, it's happened to you as well, and you've been exactly the same thing. So it's very interesting. Having not drunk for a little while, we haven't given up drinking. We're not trying to sing from the rooftops, you must give up drinking. We're just trying to be more aware of our drinking and the circumstances. But it's interesting when you don't drink and you see other people that are drinking and sitting back and watching, you can see people's mood, people's inhibition, everything changes.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there watching, and sometimes it can be very funny to be around, and sometimes it can be difficult to be around because you're just not on the same wavelength.
The woman who I interviewed the following day was called Anna Donaghey. Her book has been in the Daily Mail this past few weeks, like serialised. It's been a really big thing, and also Millie's was the week before, I think, actually. Anna's book is called What Are You Thirsty For? And she also has a podcast called the Big Drink Rethink. And hers is slightly different and kind of gets people to understand why they have a drink and why it's so necessary. She said, if you're going out for the night and you have the mind that I'm not going to drink tonight, and then you end up drinking, why is that? A lot of people drink because they're masking certain issues in their life. They've got things going on in their life that they want to forget about, bad things that are happening or have happened. For some people, it's confidence. If you're going out and you're going out with friends or even people you don't know and you might be dancing, you need a few drinks in order to do that. And it got me thinking. I wasn't exactly sure what the case is for us, because it's certainly neither of those things for me. I'm a confident person. I love chatting to people who both I know and don't know. I have no qualms being in a room full of strangers and saying, hi, how are you? Where are you from? I don't need drink in order to do that. Same with dancing, to be fair. I don't even need a drink for that. And I'm certainly not masking any severe trauma or anything bad going on in my life.
No, I think I can tell you why we drink. We enjoy a drink.
Yeah.
We like wine. We like to drink red wine and white wine, especially with dinner.
Sometimes. I like gin and tonic.
Yeah, we like a social drink. So that's why we drink, because we like it. But that's what we want to try and keep an eye on. We want to do that because we like it and enjoy it. And then more about knowing when to stop.
Yeah. And when to not drink for the sake of drinking.
Yeah.
So last night was a prime example. It was the Urban Chai quiz, which was great fun. And we'd been out the night before for dinner and had a few drinks. And we both said, shall we not drink at the quiz? And it was fine. I had a fizzy water and lime, and then I had a herbal tea.
Well done, you. I had 2 zero beers, which weren't very nice. So I made them into a shandy with a Sprite. But then I'm moving away from alcohol and drinking sugar. So I've got to be careful about what I replace it with.
I didn't miss it. I mean, there was a point I was looking at other people drinking gin and tonics and beers and thinking, oh, I could do
Well,
that.
we're not as I said, we're not preaching against drinking or for drinking or either way. We're just more aware and making some life decisions ourselves about how we go about it now.
And we just thought we'd share them with you because we're all honest on our podcast. So
exactly.
we told
People
you
that know us will know that we
like a drink. We've told you many times when we've been hungover and we've had way too much to drink. So now we're just telling you we're drinking a bit less.
I'm going to become a priest.
Yeah, whatever. I started the week in pain. I'd never really got over something that had gone wrong with my shoulder the week before. I thought I'd just slept funny, but clearly it was more than that. And I got in touch with my back guy.
She's got a back guy.
I've got a back guy. I'm not sure his official title, but his name is Lucas Bennett.
Lucas the back guy.
Lucas the back guy, and he's fantastic. So I guess he's a kind of chiropractor, that sort of thing. He cricked my neck. Cricked? Is that what you say?
I think if you crick your neck, you've got a pain in your neck.
Oh, okay.
I think he cracked your neck.
He cracked my neck, which I don't think I've ever had before, that made me go, ah! So interesting, even though he was working on my back and my shoulder, I was laying on the bed on my back. And you'd think I'd be on my front so he could get to the back. But interestingly, I'm on my back and he puts his hands and his arms underneath you. And obviously that somehow makes a difference with the pressure points. And also, I just so feel aware that he knows what he's doing. He's pressing on my breastbone and my shoulder from the top and also my head and my cheek. And you think, how on earth is this helping? But it obviously does, because he literally cured me. It's been amazing.
Yeah, you came back without any pain. I think the following couple of days after that, you woke up in the morning in a bit of pain, but it wore off quite quickly.
I'd had a hot shower and then it was okay again.
And I've got to say, the last 2 days you've woken up with zero pain.
It's been amazing. So I asked him if I could carry on taking ibuprofen, because I've been having them twice a day in order to function. And he said, you can if you need to, but I prefer if you didn't, so you can understand what's going on in your body, how it's feeling, and do some kind of loose stretches. Try not to do any exercise for 48 hours other than walking. He gave me some great advice, and I haven't taken an ibuprofen since.
Good.
Really, really happy. So thank you, Lucas.
The back guy.
My back guy.
Your back guy.
My back guy. On Wednesday, ITS, the International Theatre Studio, put on a rehearsed reading production of Yes, Prime Minister, and my dad and Sheila were in it. There's only 5 or 6 actors, I think, and it was a very small cast, and they were brilliant.
Yes, both of them were really good. Well, the whole cast were really good, actually.
Yeah.
It was very well put together. The set was amazing.
Really good, really clever. Sheila worked hard on the set, and it was funny. Miles, who directed it, came out at the beginning because most of the set was covered in black cloth, and Miles was saying, here we have the ornate Chesterfield
Well, he
sofa.
said, I'd like you to use your imagination.
Yes.
That's what he started with.
Yeah, it was really cleverly done. My dad played Sir Humphreys, and he said to me, I can't remember if I mentioned this in the podcast last week, but he'd said to me, gosh, my character is really arrogant and he's a smarmy git and he thinks he's better than everyone else and thinks he could do a better job than the Prime Minister. It's so not me. And I was like, that's acting, Dad. That's the fun of it. You can take on a role that isn't you and really give it some, and people won't go, God, Hannah's dad's a smarmy git. They'd go, oh, he played that so well.
I heard a few people say that, to be honest.
He was brilliant. He was acting all the time. I feel like his facial expressions, he was responding to what was happening on stage. It's really easy when you're on stage, when you're not talking, to be standing there and maybe a little bit distracted and thinking, oh, what's my line coming next?
Yeah.
And you're not really acting. But Dad looked like he was Sir Humphrey all of the time.
Especially if it's a rehearsed reading where you haven't learnt your lines, so you are referring to a book sometimes. It's easy to forget about that and concentrate on your next line and looking at the book rather than, acting, as you said.
Yeah. And Sheila was brilliant. She looked fabulous as well. She had this gorgeous red suit on and she had a wig. And some people thought she'd cut and dyed her hair.
She looked like Anne Robinson. Some people say she looked like Deirdre from Coronation Street.
Yes. I thought she looked great. Absolutely brilliant. She played Claire Sutton and she had a great character as well. Loved her accent.
Great venue as well. It was at the Polivente in Nueva Andalusia. It's a newish venue, I guess. It does lots of different things. It's quite a big space. And they had a big stage there, and that's made a difference because normally we do it at the El Paraiso Hotel, and they've been very good to us, but we have to pay for it. We have a room, and the stage isn't very high, so a lot of people complain generally that they can't see. With nobody said that here because the stage was so high.
Yeah, there's pros and cons for everywhere, isn't there? With this place, there's no toilets for the cast out the back, so the cast need to come through the audience and use the same toilet as the audience, which you're not supposed to do in acting. You're not supposed to let the audience see you.
Very frowned upon.
Yeah. It was also absolutely bucketing down on Wednesday night, and we struggled to find somewhere to park. It has got a car park just outside, but not with that many spots. So we had to drive all around La Campana and find somewhere, and then we all got wet.
There were lots of puddles, yes.
God.
I mean, when we were looking out the window and it raining, it was like there was a river outside. I mean, it was so hard, wasn't it, the rain?
Yeah, there's been a lot of rain this week. On Friday, for the first time in my life, I tried a breathwork class. I've been wanting to try one for years, and my friend Audrey runs breathwork classes every so often, and I did it. And wow. Absolutely wow.
You were quite emotional when you got home, weren't you?
Yeah, it really brings a lot of stuff up. Audrey was saying at the beginning, she talked to us for quite a while before it started, explaining that there's no right or wrong way of doing it. There's no right or wrong reaction. Every time you do it, you might get a totally different experience. If you've got a lot going on, if you've got a lot of trauma, if you're in a bad place or a sad place, that will often rise up to the surface. Or if you're in a really good place, then sometimes you can feel immense joy with it. It's really difficult to explain. And she said the more you put into it, the more you're likely to get out of it, because obviously some people could feel quite embarrassed or self-conscious. So if you're not really putting much into it, you probably won't get much out of it. That's what she said. You have to breathe in and out through your mouth, which is quite unusual. We're normally used to breathing in through our nose and breathing out through our mouth, but we had to open our mouth really widely. We were all lying down and then breathing in through your mouth, so your stomach rises and then it goes to your lungs and then you just let it all out. And we were all doing that. So that was quite noisy with the that kind of noise.
Sounds a bit sexual.
Well, I knew you'd say that. But then we had to scream in certain parts, whether it was an ah type noise or an ah. Everybody did something different.
Sexual.
Oh, stop it. Stop ruining it. You're not coming with me.
Also quite sexual.
For God's sake. Leave it out. Anyway, it was amazing. We all had face masks on, so we couldn't see ourselves or each other, so you didn't need to feel self-conscious about people looking at you, and you didn't really know where the noises and things were coming from unless it was the person right next to you. Yeah, and there was a lot of crying. There were some lovely women there from Iran who were looking to connect spiritually and send lots of love and light to their families in Iran, with obviously the awful things that are happening over there at the moment. So there was a lot of emotion in the room. And one of the things I noticed is how quickly I kind of went from opposites. I'd be really cold, then I'd be really hot, then I'd be really happy, like euphorically happy, and then I'd be really sad. Then I'd be thinking about desperately wanting to hug everybody in the room like I was high on drugs or something. And then I'd think, no, I want to curl up in a ball on my own away from everybody. It was really fascinating. Amazing
experience. Just a standard day for you?
No, stop it. I thought as soon as I said the hot cold thing, you'd go menopause.
I'm not going to mention perimenopause today.
You just did.
Damn it.
Friday night, we had a lovely evening with Sheila and Dad and Sheila's cousins who were here. We went for dinner at Luini in San Pedro.
Lovely place. Really like that place.
We shared some starters, had some gorgeous mixed starters.
Yeah, so if you don't know it, it's an Italian restaurant. It's owned and run by Ukrainians, but it's Italian, and it's great Italian food. They really do some really nice dishes and some different dishes to what you'd normally get.
Yeah, I had my favourite. I had the orzo pasta with porcini mushrooms and truffle. It was gorgeous.
Yes, you like orzo and you like truffle.
And I like mushrooms. I mean, literally, it's my perfect dish.
What's not to like in that?
You had a Diavolo pizza.
I did. There was lots of lovely pasta dishes and meat dishes and fish dishes, but I just fancied a pizza. And nice. Very nice it was too.
There was a singer there who, didn't he have links to Croydon or something?
Yeah, so he was a South American singer.
From Chile.
From Chile, and he was singing all great songs, and then he was coming over and talking in his, strong South American accent, and I don't know how it came up, but he said, I'm from Croydon. I've probably seen him busking outside Debenhams.
Didn't you think that maybe you might have brought him to a party or something?
So, yeah, many years ago, a friend was having a house party, and we all went to get some more alcohol. And while we were out, there were the panpipers just doing it in the middle of the street. So we invited them back to the party, and they came back doing the panpipes and, having a good time. They partied with us as well. But
Oh, I love that.
Might have been one of them.
Funny. I got a couple of funny photos of my dad because he doesn't like being touched, particularly by male strangers. Well, who does, to be fair? But this guy kept...
You don't mind, normally?
I don't mind. To me, you probably mind more than me. So this guy kept like touching his hair and his shoulder, and my dad was like...
flinching away. You can't do the... because they can't see us.
I know.
You have to explain what
I
you're
know,
doing.
so I'll have to share the photo of my dad because it's quite funny. But we had a lovely time, didn't we? And we did enjoy some Sauvignon Blanc.
Yes, maybe a little more than we should have done. As we were saying, we're giving up drinking.
Well, we haven't.
This is it.
the point.
We want to be more social drinkers.
Yeah, so that Friday night was the first time we drunk alcohol since last Saturday at the Hash in Rhondda. And then, we didn't drink Saturday night. We're not going to drink today. So, yeah, all good. Feeling good. On Saturday day, you helped Manifesto move.
Yes, so we are moving office. Not far. We're moving from upstairs to the very end of the section, if you like. And it's a nice plush new big office, which we need because we've grown in size, the team, and we've got a proper meeting room and everything. So we were all, well, not all of us, but a few of us went there to help pack things up and take down to the new office.
Exciting.
So it's like a workout. It really was. I did cardiovascular stuff because I was up and down the stairs a lot. I did strength work because I was carrying big things.
Well done.
It was. I was a bit achy
exercise.
this morning, to be honest.
Oh, well, there you go. It shows you worked hard. So when will the new office be open?
So next Thursday and Friday, everything is being moved across there. So the Monday after that, we'll be in the new office.
Oh, exciting.
As long as Telefonica have installed internet.
Yes.
They were meant to be there on Saturday installing one offices because there's two offices. The owners have a small office as well. They were meant to be having theirs installed and they cancelled at the last minute.
Oh, nice. Typical. Last night was the Urban Chai quiz. I do a monthly quiz on a Saturday there. We didn't do one in December, though. This is the first one of 2026, and your team won.
Yes, of course we did. We always do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, well, that's the first.
It wasn't the first. You'd have one before.
No,
just not every time.
We were spending a voucher from a previous win. So we have won before.
Yes.
But no, we did all right. We didn't get our joke around all right. So, yeah, that's very good that we got the other questions.
Quite a few people said to me that it was a difficult quiz. The scores were a little bit less on average.
I've got to mention, Maeve, there was a question that you asked. Can you remember what the question was?
Yes. So what is the title of the song first recorded in 1966?
It wasn't 66, it was 50.
56. I thought I said 56, sorry. Please turn on your magic beam is the line. And who is that about? And that's also the title of the song that was first recorded in 1956.
And we didn't have a clue. We had something about like Jamie and his magic torch or something daft like that. And then just as we were about to send it in for marking, Maeve just had this epiphany and she said, Mr. Sandman.
Yay.
I don't know where it came from. And then she sang it with the words in it.
Please turn on his magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
And we just thought, you either know it or you don't know it, but you've made those words fit into the song.
But you know the song,
either way,
don't
which
you?
is genius.
You know the song.
Yes,
now.
of course I know the song.
Bum 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 bum
Yes.
bum bum bum, like a barbershop song. It's brilliant.
Yes.
So
What a
well
thing
done,
with
Maeve.
bums,
Lots of
don't it?
people didn't get it. I noticed on social media this week that La Sala are celebrating 15 years of being open. Huge congratulations to them. They've made a massive success. It just gets bigger and bigger, all the different venues that they've got. So well deserved. And next week, from the 26th to the 29th of January, they're doing a special offer of 2010 prices. They're putting the prices back to 15 years ago, what they were in 2010, which is such a great idea.
Yeah, really clever bit of marketing there.
Really clever. So I bet you'll notice the difference because prices have risen everywhere over the years. So going somewhere with like La Sala with 2010 prices, brilliant.
15 years ago, I went to their opening party.
So did I.
I went with somebody else.
So did I.
I might have seen you.
Maybe. If you come to Marbella, you kind of have to go to La Sala, or you should go to La
We
Sala.
take people to La Sala just because it's somewhere you should have visited when you come.
Yeah, it's a fabulous venue. Amazing food, real extensive menu. The service is always great. They always have live music. It's, brilliant venue.
Yeah.
And that's in Puerto Banús, actually. Puerto Banús, Marbella. Marbella is currently trending second in MSN's European holiday destinations for 2026. It was a really interesting and I have to say, bizarre list. It was mostly in the top 10, Spain and Italy that was coming out. Number 1 was Salamanca.
Really? As a tourist destination?
Yep. European holiday destinations for 2026.
I don't know many people that go on holiday to Salamanca.
Really bizarre. So that was number 1. Number 2 was Marbella. Number 3 was Monopoly in Italy. Who knew that was a place?
Monopoly?
Yeah, with an I instead of a Y, but Monopoly.
Have they made that up?
I don't know.
Who did they ask for these questions?
Well, I don't know. The other places I haven't heard. Number 4 was Polignano a Mare in Italy.
Oh, Polimana Amagane.
That's not Arabic. It's not in Saudi Arabia. It's in Italy.
Never heard of it.
And 5th was Alberobello, which is in Italy.
Alberobello.
Alberobello.
Bello.
Alberobello.
Bello.
Albello.
No, you're not saying the same word. Each time you said that, it was a different word.
Alberobello.
Yeah, never heard of that.
No. So there we go.
I've heard of Marbella. Maybe we should book and go on holiday there.
I've brought a little bit of the news that I read on my radio show on Talk Radio Europe because I thought it was a lovely little piece about Spain and connects to what we've just been talking about, to be honest. Spain is swiftly gaining the status as one of the most coveted luxury destinations in the world, thanks to its distinctive combination of historical magnificence and modern sophistication. The luxury experiences that come with the different terrains of Spain have now become widespread, and they are pulling in the rich and famous from all over the planet. Spain has Michelin-starred restaurants, high-end hotels, and has even managed to preserve its cultural heritage. So one can say that Spain has it all and has never been better for tourists with a taste of the extravagant to come and take their time over rich history and culture full of life.
Written by Angela Munoz, the mayor of Marbella.
Well, no, that's Spain. That's not just Marbella.
So read that first paragraph again, because it sounds like you're describing me.
Read the whole thing is
No, the very first sentence.
Spain is swiftly gaining the status as one of the most coveted luxury destinations. And you're not a luxury destination.
No, keep going.
Combination of historical magnificence and modern sophistication.
Yeah, you're getting there.
You're historically magnificent, aren't
Yes,
you?
I think you're starting to describe me.
No, Michelin-starred restaurant, high-end hotel. No,
I think that first bit covers me.
So historical magnificence and modern sophistication.
There you go. That's what my Tinder profile says.
One of the other biggest stories this week, nothing to do with Spain necessarily, although Rebecca Lewis has piped up and had something to say about it, the Beckhams. So this also happened last Sunday. Brooklyn Beckham went nuclear on social media, posting 8 stories, one after the other, with 800 words talking about how he feels about his parents, Victoria and David Beckham. He said one of the narratives is that my wife controls me. He said that is so backwards because I've been controlled by my parents most of my life. He really laid in to his parents, Brand Beckham, and how they care more about that than they do about family. And it was shocking, really shocking.
It hasn't really damaged the brand, has it? Because she's now number 1.
I know. That's the weird sense of humour of the British public. They've got Victoria Beckham to number 1 in the UK charts.
Who's he married to? Vanessa Feltz or something?
Vanessa Feltz?
It's something like that, isn't it?
It's Nicola Peltz.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one.
Vanessa Feltz. Can you imagine? She's older than his parents. That would be so wrong.
We live in a modern world.
We do.
Who are we to judge?
Well, we're not. So yes, we won't go into it massively, but sort of felt like we had to mention it because it has been one of the biggest news stories of this week. The thing that stands out for me is how everybody automatically blames the women. A lot of people targeting Nicola Peltz, saying, oh, she's corrupted him, she's taken him away from his family, all this kind of stuff, which reminded me exactly what the media and the world did to Meghan Markle when Harry left his family and spoke out on the documentary and with the book against his family. It somehow was all Meghan's fault, as if these men don't have backbones and don't have opinions of their own and don't want to, after whatever they've been through, stand up to their family.
I agree.
Thanks, babes. I do find it a shame that the woman always gets it in the neck.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a modern world, isn't it?
Oh, you're such a prick.
Did you just call me? They can hear that.
I could edit it out. So the Euro Weekly News, a few articles, again, a very serious and horrendously disturbing article that's come out in the last 24 hours. The murder of a 33-year-old British mum of 3 in Alarin El Grande.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Oh, yeah. She's been stabbed to death by her ex-partner, who was Spanish. Her name was Victoria Hart. And there are lots of friends of mine who were friends of hers who have posted on social media who knew her. She was British, 3 children she's left behind. And just...
I think it's fair to say that Spain does have a bit of a domestic abuse situation. It's something that's been highlighted, and they're bringing in new laws and things to try and sort of get on top of it. But yeah, that's awful.
Really, really sad. So sorry to all of her friends and family. I'm getting ready to travel soon, and every time I go on an aeroplane or I'm packing to go on an aeroplane, I'm like, so what's the deal with liquids now? Do I have to have a plastic bag with liquids? Does everything need to be under 100 millilitres? It seems to be different all the time. Well, there was an article in the Euro Weekly News saying that the liquids ban has been lifted at Heathrow Airport. Passengers can now carry bottled water, perfumes, and the computer stays inside your hand luggage.
Just Heathrow.
It was just Heathrow, yeah. So
not helpful for you.
It's not helpful for me, no. So every time you travel, you have to check the airport and the local rules. But even in the last few years when we've done it, it will say, oh, you don't need to separate your liquids. And then you get to the airport and they tell you you do. So, ugh.
It's very confusing. And I think I mentioned it before, but where in the older days, you know, when I was first travelling on planes, it was exciting. Now it's just like, scary.
Yeah, what can I do? What am I allowed to? What can I do?
You feel guilty before you've gone through.
Yeah, because you got too much shampoo with you.
Well, they confiscated my toothpaste once.
Yeah, they confiscated my pate once.
Bastards.
Yes, I was taking it back as a present.
Couldn't you just eaten it before you got through? It's like, no, you're not taking it. I'm going to eat it.
It was a present.
I mean, it still goes through with you, but it's not in the bag anymore.
Yeah. I was like, but it's not liquid. No,
it's not liquid.
I know.
I don't think they should have taken that.
Well, what
because
can
it
you do?
does say liquid.
Well, that's what I said. They disagreed and they took my pate. 2 separate things of pate. Spain ranks number 2 among the world's most visited countries as Spain marks National Tourism Day on the 25th of January. In 2024, Spain recorded 93.8 million international arrivals.
That's today. Happy International Tourism Day.
Happy International Tourism Day. So Spain is behind France as the world's most visited country. But yeah, really exciting. There's been lots of positive news about Spain this week.
Yeah, despite the UK press always trying to put Spain down.
Yeah. And this was an interesting one, great for the environment. From August the...
what?
Great for the environment.
I don't think that's what you said first time round.
What did I say?
It sounded like environment.
Great for the environment. Great for the environment.
Yes, let's pronunciate.
Enunciate.
Oh, no, have I said the wrong word?
I don't
in the wrong
know.
place?
From August the 12th.
It's all proper.
From August the 12th this year, Spain will ban ketchup and sugar sachets after a new European Union rule bans single-use sachets for dine-in customers.
Why?
Oh, bad for the environment. I think there's going to be a proper thing of ketchup and the thing of salt and pepper and sugar and
Isn't
all
that
that
less
kind of stuff.
hygienic?
Probably, yeah, but we can't have everything.
See, this is where I do get annoyed at the EU. They come out with the most bizarre rules, and I can't see that that's a helpful rule. Concentrate on other stuff. There's so many things that are bad for the environment. A ketchup packet and sugar packs are not, really.
Well, ketchup more than sugar, because ketchup generally is plastic, isn't it? Whereas the sugar ones are normally paper.
And stuff of other stuff that's going on. Is it really the thing to concentrate on?
Well, I suppose they've got to do something somewhere, so it's a start.
Won't that put extra cost again onto restaurants? And have to make sure they got bottles of ketchup for every table and all. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, maybe, but...
a great
I mean, the Hogan Stand do that. They don't have sachets, do they? And I think it's great.
No,
it's
some
much
places
nicer.
have their own way of doing it.
Yeah, you get the squeezy mayonnaise, the ketchup, the salt and pepper all in the...
How are they going to do sugar if it doesn't come in individual packets?
I tell you what I thought of. You remember the old kind of greasy spoon calf in the UK, and it has the sugar in it, and it has the tube that comes out the top, and you turn it, and you get like a portion.
The one that never worked. And then when it does work, like about 5 cups of sugar come out.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. That worked really well.
I think that's coming back. Because it won't work having bowls of sugar, because that's not hygienic at all.
And there's going to be open and dirty spoons going in it. I don't understand how actually they're going to do the sugar thing.
Watch this space. That is it from from us. Hope you have a great week. Please follow us on Instagram. I'm at Radio Hannah.
I'm at PJ Lopez 1 Marbella.
And wherever you listen to our podcast, if you like what you're listening to, then please hit follow if you haven't already. And please give us a 5-star review if you so wish. But when I listened to me asking for that last week, I thought it sounded a bit presumptuous. But most podcasts I listen to, every week at the end, they go, please give us a 5-star review and give us a positive comment and things like that. People ask for it all the time. So I thought we could do that a bit more.
Yeah, well, I'm not as bold as you, so you go for it. And don't forget to follow at The Hogan Stand, our sponsors.
Yes.
And to know everything about San Pedro.
At San Pedro Guide Marbella. And also our collaborators, the Euro Weekly News, at Euro Weekly News.
You've got lots of things to follow.
It is goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from her.